Good morning. In the last lecture, we talked about B stat and distribution law. Today, let us start FD stat and distribution. Fermi-Dirac statistics and distribution. To study Fermi-Dirac statistics and distribution law, we have to consider a system just similar to those we considered in MV stat and in B stat. So let us consider a system having very large number of particles. In case of MB, the particles are identical and distinguishable. In case of B, the particles are identical and indistinguishable. Just similar to BE, in FD stat, the particles of the given system are identical and indistinguishable. So these particles are just similar to the particles in B stat. In B stat, the particles do not obey Pauli exclusion principle. The thing is differently. The particles of the given system in FD stat obey Pauli's exclusion principle. As these particles obey Pauli's exclusion principle, no two particles can occupy a quantum state with same quantum numbers. No two particles can occupy same dynamical state. It is not allowed in Fermi-Dirac statistics. Therefore, the function of the whole system is antisymmetric. The wave function of the whole system is antisymmetric. Spin of the particles in FD stat is half integral 1/2. Particles in Fermi-Dirac statistics are known as fermions. Particles in B stat, bosons. Bose-Einstein statistics. In honor with the Indian scientist Bose, the particles in B stat are known as bosons. Similarly, Fermi-Dirac statistics. In honor to Fermi, Enrico Fermi, particles in FD stat are known as fermions. So fermions are the particles in Fermi-Dirac statistics, in FD statistics. MB stat, classical statistics. B stat, quantum mechanical or just quantum statistics. FD stat, quantum mechanical or simply quantum statistics. We have considered GI in B stat. We call this GI in B stat as degeneracy. This GI also comes in FD stat. This GI may also be called as intrinsic probability. GI, it is known as degeneracy of an energy level. It is also known as the intrinsic probability of a quantum state. Meaning of degeneracy, an energy level may have two or more energy states with the same energy. This is what meaning of degeneracy. This degeneracy represents intrinsic probability, number of particles that can occupy a quantum state. It will be decided by GI, the intrinsic probability. This intrinsic probability is decided by the energy level under consideration. Energy level under consideration may have various quantum states. We may call them as energy states. Energy is quantized in quantum mechanics, and therefore we may call the energy states as quantum states. Every quantum state is corresponding to a wave function. A wave function is always associated with a quantum state. When we talk of an energy level may have various energy states, various quantum states. These quantum states in the energy level corresponding to various quantum numbers. And therefore, the wave function of various particles in any energy level will be decided by the quantum states. Let us consider the particles having spin half integral in the absence of magnetic field. In the absence of magnetic field, the spin may be taken as +1/2 and -1/2 for quantum state. It means that quantum state can have intrinsic probability GI is equal to 1 and 2. So intrinsic probability of a quantum state is 2 if we relate this with the spin of the fermion. When we talk of the motion in central force fields, the energy of various quantum states is independent of orientation of the angular momentum. Orbital angular momentum. When we consider for the motion in central force field, energy of various quantum states is independent of orientation of orbital angular momentum. Orbital angular momentum is explained by orbital quantum number L. Small l is orbital quantum number. This orbital quantum number is used to specify the intrinsic probability. In general, the intrinsic probability or degeneracy related with orbital angular momentum is 2L plus 1. The degeneracy of various energy levels related with orbital angular momentum is given by 2L plus 1. You know principal quantum number N. You know principal quantum number N. You know distribution of electrons. Electrons are fermions because electrons obey Pauli's exclusion principle and they occupy different orbitals corresponding to different quantum states in accordance with the Pauli's exclusion principle. We know different orbitals S, P, D, F, G, H, etc. etc. First orbit corresponding to principal quantum number is equal to 1. Second orbit corresponding to principal quantum number n is equal to 2. Third orbit corresponding to principal quantum number is equal to 3 and so on. The orbitals occurring in first orbit, in second orbit, in third orbit are designated by the symbols S, P, D, F, G, H, etc., which are known as orbitals. When we talk of first orbit, the formula for distribution of electrons in these orbits is 2n square. 2n square. When n is 1, 1 square is 1, 2 into 1, 2. It means that first orbit can accommodate only 2 electrons, only 2 fermions. And the orbital in this first orbit is named as 1s. What is value of this L here? Value of this L for this S is 0. This degeneracy is to be multiplied by 2 when we consider fermions, because fermions have 2 spins, either plus 1 by 2 or minus 1 by 2. L is 0, 2L 0, 1 left, 2 into 1, 2. So 2n square in first orbit, only one orbital is there, that is 1s, and it can occupy only 2 electrons. Let us go to second orbit. Use this formula. N is equal to 2 to the power 2, 4, 4 2s are 8. It means that here there should be 8 fermions, 8 electrons. 8 electrons accommodate inside the second orbit. And the orbitals coming in second orbit are 2s and 2p. 2s and 2p. Value of L here is L is equal to 2 into 1 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 into 2 6. So this orbital can have 6 fermions or 6 electrons, and this 2s can have 2 more electrons, so it will be equal to 8. This way, making use of these quantum numbers, the degeneracy of various energy levels can be found, and depending on this degeneracy, the quantum states will be decided, and the fermions can accommodate within these quantum states in accordance with Pauli's exclusion principle. According to Pauli's exclusion principle, for any energy level, if Gi is the intrinsic probability, and if n number of particles are present in the system, then Ni should be less than equal to Gi, number of particles that can get accommodated in any energy level with the intrinsic probability Gi is such that Ni is always less than equal to Gi. This condition should be valid for distribution of electrons in any orbit among various orbitals, in any energy level among various energy states, according to the intrinsic probability, according to the degeneracy. We shall keep these things in mind. Keeping all these conditions in mind, we shall distribute the fermions among various energy levels and then among various energy states. Let me repeat this in short. Here we consider a system consisting of very large number of particles. One thing. How these particles are? These particles are identical and indistinguishable. Moreover, these particles obey Pauli's exclusion principle, unlike bosons. These particles have spin half integral 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 or minus. As these obey Pauli exclusion principle, no two fermions, these particles are known as fermions, no two fermions can accommodate same dynamical state. It is not allowed. Fermions are called in honor of the scientist Enrico Fermi. Bosons, the name is given to these particles in P stat in honor to the Indian scientist Bose. Gi, in B we use the word degeneracy. In FT we are going to use the word intrinsic probability. These two words are same. Degeneracy corresponding to number of quantum states, number of energy states in an energy level of 7, maybe 2 or more. Intrinsic probability, it decides the quantum states. Of course, the degeneracy. Each of these quantum states are associated with certain wave function. For any system, the wave function is always anticipated. If you have any quantum state Capacity of this quantum state is 2. 2 fermions can occupy this quantum state. 2 fermions going to occupy the same quantum state should not have all quantum numbers same. Should not have all quantum numbers same. If all the quantum numbers are same, at least spin. If spin of first fermion entering into the quantum state is plus 1 by 2, the spin of the second fermion entering into the same quantum state should be minus 1. The wave function associated with every quantum state is decided by the quantum numbers associated with the particular energy level. Every energy level is associated with various quantum numbers. Okay, each of these combinations of quantum numbers for any energy level will decide the wave function. For simplicity, if we consider the particles to be distributed in Fermi-Dirac statistics are having spin plus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 in the absence of magnetic field, then the intrinsic probability will be 2. Every quantum state can occupy at the most 2 fermions. If we talk of the motion in central force fields, the energy of quantum state is independent of orientation of orbital angular momentum. It is independent of orientation of orbital angular momentum. Small l corresponding to the orbital quantum number, and the degeneracy because of this l specifying orbital angular momentum will be 2l plus 1. Degeneracy of the given energy level with orbital quantum number L is 2l plus 1. If the fermions are having spin plus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 1 by 2, the degeneracy will be further multiplied by 2. It will become 2 times 2l plus 1. This rule is used for distribution of electrons in various orbits. First orbit corresponding to principal quantum number is equal to 1. Second orbit corresponding to principal quantum number n is equal to 2. Third orbit n is equal to 3. Fourth orbit n is equal to 4, and so on. These orbits in turn have various orbitals, S, P, D, F, etc. etc. For n is equal to 1, L is 0. Okay, and this bracket will be 1, 2 into 1 will be 2. So capacity of accommodation of fermions of first orbit is simply 2, and orbital present there is 1s orbit. If we go to second orbit, the capacity of holding electrons of the second orbit is 2n square. N is 2. 2 to the power 2, 4, 4 into 2, 8. It means that second orbit can have 8 electrons. For second orbit, L is equal to 2 orbitals are there, 2s, 2p. Capacity of 2s is of holding only 2 electrons. Capacity of 2p is of holding 2 into 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 into 2, 6, 6 electrons. 2px, 2py, 2p. Similarly, we can go for third orbit, fourth orbit, and so on. And using these things, we can distribute the fermions, the electrons, in various energy states among various energy levels. Keeping these primary things in mind, we shall distribute the fermions into different quantum states, into different energy states of various energy levels. For this, we considered there are Ni number of electrons, Ni number of fermions, Gi number of intrinsic probability or degeneracy, and the rule is Ni always less than equal to Gi. Number of fermions that can be distributed among Gi number of degeneracies is always less than equal to Gi. Ni never greater than Gi. Keeping these things in mind, we can distribute the fermions among various energy states of various energy levels. To do this, let me consider the system which has Gi degeneracy or Gi as the intrinsic probability, and there are Ni number of fermions which are identical and in distribution. Take first fermion, allow it to go to the system. This fermion can be distributed in Gi number of ways. Let us suppose this lecture hall has sitting capacity of 50 students. First student has entered into the lecture hall. How many possible distributions are available for this first student? The first student can sit on any one of the 50 seats. The first student may sit on first seat or on second or third or fourth, fifth, anywhere on one of the 50 seats. And therefore, possibility of accommodation of first particle into Gi number of degeneracies will be equal to Gi. Then second student comes in. One seat is occupied. How many seats are left? 49. 50 minus 1. 49 seats are left. Okay. And therefore, the second student has only 49 choices. The second student can sit on any one of the 49 seats. And therefore, for the second particle, the choices available are Gi minus 1. When third particle comes in, when third fermion comes in, the choices available for it is Gi minus 2. This will be continued till Gi minus Ni minus 1. Or this may further be written as Gi factorial divided by number of maximum possible distinct ways of distribution of Ni number of fermions into Gi number of quantum states is Gi factorial divided by Gi minus Ni factorial equation. How this equation has become equation? Gi factorial is Gi into Gi minus 1 into Gi minus 2 into Gi minus 3. We can continue this up to Gi minus Ni minus Gi minus Ni factorial divided by Gi minus Ni Gi minus, we can further expand this and you will be left with this. So using the concept of factorial, this thing can be written as this. This is the probability of maximum probability of distribution of Ni number of particles into Gi number of vacancies, Gi number of degeneracies, Gi number of quantum states. But how are these particles identical? One thing. Second thing, indistinguishable. The 50 students who have came to the class are distinguishable. The teacher can distinguish each of the 50 students. The thing is not the same with the particles. These particles are indistinguishable. If the 50 students are indistinguishable for the teacher, then this figure of distribution is not correct. This figure of distribution, maximum distribution, is not distinct, is not distinguishable from each other. And therefore, to make this distribution distinguishable, we have to divide this equation by ni factorial. If we divide this equation by ni factorial, then reshuffling of identical and indistinguishable students between them from one seat to other to third, etc., is not going to affect the distinguishable ways of distribution of ni number of particles into gi number of vacancies, gi number of quantum states. And therefore, the correct equation for the probability is gi factorial divided by ni factorial into gi minus ni factorial, equation number 2. This equation is written in general. I may write this for G1 corresponding to particles N1. I may write this for G2 corresponding to number of particles N2. I may write this for G3 corresponding to number of particles P3, and so on, so that the equation will be P1 is equal to G1 factorial divided by N1 factorial into G1 minus N1 factorial. P2 is equal to G2 factorial divided by N2 factorial into G2 minus N2 factorial, and this can be continued for P3, P4, P5, etc. And when the maximum probability of distribution of all these groups of N1, N2, N3, N4, N5, etc. particles get distributed among various quantum states G1, G2, G3, G4, etc. The total probability of distribution of all these particles with distinguishable and distinct ways will simply become P is equal to product over all these quantum states. Equation number 2. This is the expression for the maximum possible distinct and distinguishable ways of distribution of ni number of identical and indistinguishable particles in gi number of quantum states. Hope you got it up to the distribution and general ideas and rules for distribution. Remaining part we shall talk tomorrow, the next lecture. Thank you.